Good afternoon, everybody. Isn't this a wonderful day to commemorate this wonderful occasion? And I want to express thanks to the North Carolina Department of Transportation and the Governor's Office for inviting me to be a part of this program. This bridge is not only a state and local priority, it obviously has been a federal priority, and for me personally, since this is the connecting bridge through the 12th Congressional District of North Carolina, it has been a personal priority ever since I was elected to Congress in 1992. It's a national priority because Interstate 85 is the most heavily traveled and most direct vehicular route between Atlanta, Georgia, and Richmond, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., and on up the eastern seaboard, and one of the two most important commercial and passenger vehicular routes, along with I-95 in eastern North Carolina, connecting all of the East Coast. It became an even higher priority in the aftermath of 9/11 because we realized that this bridge was a major evacuation route in the event of terrorism or a natural disaster. More than 60,000 vehicles drove over the old Yadkin River Bridge every day, and this number is expected to increase to 112,000 per day by the year 2025. The old bridge, of course, as all of us know, was classified as structurally deficient and probably among the most dangerous bridges in the entire United States. And secondarily, and probably even more important for today's event, we want to recognize and commemorate this accomplishment on the transportation side by naming this bridge as the Veterans Memorial Bridge to pay tribute to our wonderful veterans leading up to the Monday holiday. Now, it took a lot of different efforts to pull this off, and I want to pay tribute to the mayor of, the former mayor, I guess, of Salisbury, and the local political officials throughout this area for constantly applying pressure and making this a high priority. Without their efforts, and the efforts of a number of people, this would never have happened. The financing for it was very difficult because when you start talking about devoting $180 to $200 million to do one project, it becomes a difficult task. And if you take money away from other road priorities to do the funding for this project, then other priorities have to be put on the back burner. And over time, we were able to work through figuring out how to get financing for this major project. This may be one of the few instances where the economic meltdown made life easier because it actually dropped the cost of constructing this bridge from about $180 million down in the area of 130 to 140 million because demands for labor during that time frame were reduced. So this has been a bipartisan effort. The entire North Carolina delegation, Democrats and Republicans, joined together to push for the funding that came from the federal government, and at the state legislative level and in the governor's office, a commitment was finally made to do this project because delaying it would simply have prolonged the danger that we were experiencing in this area, and delaying it would have just driven the cost up higher and higher and higher over a period of time. So I want to pay tribute to everybody who contributed to this effort. And again, I want to pay tribute to our veterans. We are honored that this bridge would be named as a memorial bridge to honor our veterans. And thank you for your service. Thank you for being here today and for joining in this event.